out of high school or whatever their next steps are, and that is great places to work. One of Broward County's most successful companies is Ultimate Software, and since 2012 this company has been ranked on Fortune's list of 100 best companies to work for. This year, number 20. Here to talk about what we're doing to make Broward County the best place to work is Chris Alper. The high school students again did better than me, huh? Chris Alper, Manager, PDIS Training and Employee Development for Ultimate Software. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much for having me up here today. As I look across the crowd, I realize I probably should have worn a tie.
Why don't you put it on the tie? That's fine.
But I work in a software company. At least I didn't show up in a black turtleneck. So I want to talk today about what it is that's allowed 4 people in 1990 to grow to an organization that's more than 2,500 people, mostly located in Weston, with a $5 billion market cap. How have we done that? And it's always been first, last, and always about people. The clicker. The world that we develop our software for today is looking for several things. It's looking for simplicity. In operation, there's no toleration for complexity. It's looking for transparency, the inclusion of information in everything that we do. And as I look out here, you know, I see everybody on their smartphones. 10 years ago, that wouldn't have been the case. So it's a different kind of world. We look to engage the workforce. The software that we build is designed to engage people with what they do and also to unlock people's potential, because people are the differentiator and everybody has that potential within them. So we build that software for that reason. That's why we do it, to serve our customers and to serve the people that we work with. When we design UltiPro, which is our product, we're looking for software that serves the needs of today's workforce. And everybody knows about millennials. Millennials have come to the workplace. But our research also indicates that millennials' expectation is driving the way that everyone else, all the other generations, are using the software. And so to develop this kind of software, who are the kind of people that we need? Oops. We need people. I mean, the people are the differentiator that we have is that people are our prime motivation. People are where we get our strength, people are where we get our power, and we want the software to reflect that fact. So that's where we operate from. At Ultimate, the philosophy has always been, from Scott Shear, our founder, that we take care of the employees first, and we're very well taken care of. We have excellent benefits packages. Because of that, we take care of our customers. The customers are happy. Because of that, the shareholders benefit. So how do we approach this from a talent sourcing perspective? We don't have, typically, South Florida is not known as a tech hub. How do we find extraordinary people with the skill sets that we need, especially in hard-to-find areas, things like software test engineer? What we discovered was we had to approach it a different way. We are looking for difference makers. The guy who does wear the turtleneck says that the people who we are looking for are the extraordinary people that are difference makers that produce more. They produce better work. They produce faster work. So what we need to do is reach out into the community and the world around us and discover these people, difference makers. I'm going to describe a couple of programs that we have that serve that purpose. They're called TechStars and Rising Stars. And TechStars is more focused on our development part of our organization. Rising Stars is services and support. What we're looking for is the best people we can find. If they have the skill sets that we need, that's great. If not, we provide that to them. And it's somebody who's a cultural fit, somebody who will drive our organization forward, and then we provide them with what they need to become ultimate differentiators. Both of these programs have in common intensive learning. So when people join us, they have individualized learning specific to their role, and it's driven very carefully to meet the needs of what they have to develop into. Also, a very key part of it is that they apply what they learn almost immediately. So the TechStars are working on software that's critical to our mission, critical to our business. And they know that. It makes it relevant. Gives them a sense of engagement and mission. For the Rising Stars, within 8 weeks of them joining us, they're actually taking phone calls from customers. So that makes it real. It makes it relevant, and it really drives their learning. And along with that, there's intensive mentoring, both from the leadership in their departments and from their peers. So we rely on Techstars and Rising Stars to mentor other Techstars and Rising Stars. Okay. So Techstars is focused on development. As I mentioned, we can't always find the kind of people that have the skill sets that we need. But we do have a network of people that we collaborate with. Some of the names that you see up here are people that we have very tight relationships with. I'm hoping as a result of being up here today, we can develop more. We're always looking out into the educational community for these extraordinary people. And we have, Ultimate is a global company, so we have relationships with people not only in South Florida, but all up and down the eastern seaboard and the University of Waterloo in Toronto, where we have an office. So we're looking for the best that we can find so we can bring them in and then develop them into the people that we need to be to build the software. So how's this working out? By trying to hire difference makers, we end up with 1/3 of our full-time hires coming out of the Techstars program. And that proportionally, that number of Techstars is smaller. So what we've done really is kind of grow our own. Right here, basically people coming into Broward and developing with Ultimate into the kind of people that we can be to drive our company forward. In terms of Rising Stars, UltiPro is a very complicated and complex enterprise software system. It needs a lot of domain knowledge. So we're looking for people who fit Ultimate's culture, and then we train them in depth in the software that they need to know. We need to develop our next generation, not just of people who are working today, but our leadership. And we do that very consciously with Rising Stars. The goal was to have people hit the ground running. They take a 14-week program with that intensive mentoring that I mentioned, and it's working out for us. In the first year and a half of the program, manager satisfaction is over 4.5 on a 5-point scale, and people are already taking leadership positions. 23% of the people that came in have already been promoted. So that idea of intensive learning, hands-on application, peer mentoring, and leadership mentoring is really, really benefiting our organization. Our senior people then, they see the culture, they see what it's like, and they come from many other companies to be at Ultimate. We would like Ultimate to be not just the Google of South Florida, but better than that. That's our aspiration. And so people can see what we have with Techstars and Rising Stars. It brings such energy and vitality to our organization, by sourcing ourselves locally, that we're able to attract other talent from around the country and around the world. So earlier I mentioned that take care of the employees, they take care of the customers, and the shareholders benefit. And so this is how it's worked out. Our retention is 94 to 95% year over year. Our customer retention is 95 to 96%, and that's important because we're subscription-based. That's why the company is growing. I mean, it really works out. And there's our stock price, which is cool because we get stock. So just to bring it back, we always, from the very beginning, it's just been about the people. And when Scott, our CEO, just says, he wants someone to come and work at Ultimate, not just now, but forever, it's a very real part of our culture. And so that's how we use it. We use it to approach our talent. We try to find people that we would like to have be a part of Ultimate forever. We teach them what they need to know. We support them as they grow. And it's, we're about people first. That's all I have.
So it's about great talent with education and skills. It's about great places to work, and it's about a